restriction or comment that we hear a lot is we don't buy or wear PFDs because it's just too bulky. Of course, inflatables is an area that eliminates that objection or roadblock. Now, inflatables got approved in North America around the mid-90s, and they've changed quite a bit. One of the issues, Peter, you talked about the servicing of them. When they first came on, we were concerned about the comfort of just getting them approved, and the bladders and all other things. But all the manufacturers have continually worked on issues like the repacking of them, to make them the easiest and simplest thing you can use. And they are now. They're very, very easy to repack, most of them. The other one issue is, we as manufacturers have websites that show rearming. We have big instruction booklets that weigh sometimes heavier than the product about what needs to be done and how to rearm things and what the maintenance of an inflatable. But most men don't read instructions, so that just gets tossed off and thrown away. So what the manufacturers, in conjunction with some of our suppliers, have done in terms of what's the most important thing, is that inflatable ready to be used. And most of them now, virtually all the inflatables now have this little window, and there's a button in there, and it's either green or red. And you just put it on. If it's green, everything is great. If it's red, don't use it, check it out. If the cylinder's being discharged, if it's an automatic, the bobbin, there's something wrong with it, etc., etc. So those changes are happening all the time. However, it's still a bit of an issue. It does require some maintenance, and when I was setting up the room here this morning, there's nobody here, there was a staff member came in, and he came up to me and he says, "Are you involved with these PFDs?" I says, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I bought an inflatable many years ago." And he says, "What about the rearming?" He says, "Just last year I changed the CO2 cylinder, but mine's an automatic and I haven't done anything. That's all I've done." And I said to him, "Well, you know what, you've done totally the opposite of what you should have done. The cylinder's fine, it'll go on for years, but your bobbin that makes it work, it's a miracle it's lasted this long because it'll be affected by humidity." So there was one current example of, yeah, there are still some issues out there, and we have to be careful about the maintenance of these products. I think the key here is, again, there's no one silver bullet here, there's no one PFD that covers everything. But I challenge any of these objections to wearing a PFD that we hear about all the time at boat shows, we've heard about in all your presentations. We can break down any one of those objections with any kind of options that we're showing here. So, you guys got anything else to? Yeah. So we've got, I know we're tight for time, so if you have any questions, we've got some of our samples of our products on the side here.